Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning. What is up, party people? Good to be back. Do I sound? Yeah, you can hear me. Good to be back. Listen, we're gonna try this out. We're gonna see how it goes because I have not talked to anyone really for the last 3 or 4 days because I would just start coughing immediately. So let's see how this goes. We'll give it a test run. First day back. Good to be here. We have so much stuff to talk about that I'm really excited about. And honestly, I got a lot of non-basketball stuff to talk about because your boy watched a ton of TV, movies too. So we're just gonna get into a lot of stuff. We get some free agency stuff. We're gonna do a fun little giveaway too. So before I say good morning to everybody, I don't know if you guys saw this, but we displayed some merch over the last few days. So do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Dame. All right, hashtag Dame. Put that into the chat, baby. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna give away a mug of your choice. All right, we have an NBA Bit mug, a Team Fold mug, a Team Hold mug, or a Bottom Shot mug. So you get to decide. You decide. So go ahead, pick, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Dame. We'll give this away. If you guys haven't checked out the merch yet, go check out teamholdnft.com. You can find a link in the show notes. We got a bunch of stuff, some NBA Bit stuff, some Bottom Shot stuff. Actually, speaking of Bottom Shot, my merch arrived. My merch arrived, baby. Look at that Bottom Shot logo. We love to see it. All right, who's in the chat this morning? We got Sneeps here, Boston Base, just starting the show with the super chat. Brent's here. We got We the People. Already said Boston Base. Let's relax. Snoopaloop in the house. Mike Basson, the common man, regulator, stone cold, rock hard for his Pacers. Yotes is here. 3DH, Garen, Maddock, Will, Coach Stark up early. We got Skeets in the house. That's right, baby. Vegas. I am flying out in 2 days. 2 days, made some food reservations. I'm ready to go. I'm so excited to get out there. I'm actually happy that I got sick last week into this weekend. Just get it out of the system right now. Flush the sinuses, get it out. Which gives first cough for Wi-Fi? How dare anything Team Hold shirt is on the way. Let's go. Veronica's here. You see the dad hats. The dad hats are there. We love to see it. All right, so that's it. For shows the rest of the week, I gotta double check if we're doing one on Wednesday. I'm gonna do one more show this week. It's either gonna be Tuesday morning because I even work on Uncle Sam's day, or it'll be tomorrow morning. Is my Wi-Fi down bad already? Is the Wi-Fi bad? Holy crap! Maybe it's a delayed. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, let's you guys want to talk about this weekend? I just wrote down a bunch of notes. So I throughout the weekend was jotting down notes about stuff I wanted to yell about. And then we can kind of see where the show goes. So like if you guys have stuff you want to get into, we can get into that as well. Also, I want to say one more thing, all right? Because it feels nuts. Because I was sick too, I didn't really have time to like process it in a fun way. Like I didn't really celebrate or anything. It was just kind of on to the next one. 2 things happened this weekend that were pretty cool for me. On Friday morning, I woke up. To first of all feeling like dog do, but I woke up to a cool DM from our man Sean Silver, who works for 98.5, also in the Top Shot community, the Sports Hub 98.5, which is in Boston. It's the sports radio that I used to like grow up, or not used to, that I grew up listening to with my dad. And then every time I'm back in Massachusetts, it'll like be on when we're going on a ride or whatever. I went on their show on Friday, which was nuts to me. Friday night, got to go on and like talk some NBA free agency. And that was one of those cool things. I've done radio hits before, but to do it in Boston for the Sports Hub was pretty freaking cool. So I appreciate anybody who like listened or shared. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, it's probably a lot of the same shit that you guys heard if you tuned in to the show regularly, but it was a really cool thing to do it for 20 minutes. Also, I coughed like a psychopath all day long. And then somehow went 20 minutes without having to cough, and then was a shit show for the rest of the night. But it was pretty cool. So I appreciate everyone who did share it. And yeah, it was dope to do it in my home. Like I had friends back from high school or friends who still lived in the area that were like, holy crap, is that you? So it was a pretty neat thing. The other thing, I'm gonna shut up my man, We the People. So you guys know I'm a DFS pro, right? I play a lot of daily fantasy sports. So Friday, early in the day, and this is kind of what I normally do, I'll reserve some entries in tournaments. I'll reserve an entry in a tournament, and then I'll fill it out later in the day. I forgot I reserved an entry into this baseball tournament on FanDuel, and it was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes before lock. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. I hit up We the People in the streets for DFS. I was like, what direction are you going tonight? And the first thing he told me was he was throwing the pitcher in the Colorado Rockies, which for those that don't know, the air in Denver is thinner. The ball travels further. It's just like, and the Rockies suck. They're playing the Tigers who suck, but still, you can look at scores for the weekend. The Tigers did put up a lot of runs, except on Friday where a man Gomer, who cares? Threw a gem. So that was my pitcher. And then he was like, just stack up the Braves and the Dodgers. So this is what we did. We stacked up the Braves and the Dodgers. So we can look at this lineup here. Look at our man Gomer, dropped 46. 46 from a starting pitcher who was like the cheapest guy. Then we got Olsen for the Braves, hit a couple of bombs. Albie's got 9. Austin Riley hit a bomb. Mookie Betts a couple of bombs. Peralta did fine. Outman was bad. Acuna with a bomb and a bunch of stolen bases. Freddie Freeman out there. Look, so that's the score. This is the highest scoring slate I've ever been a part of. And then let's look at this right here. Right before Vegas, we hit a 30K bomb on a Friday night. It was Friday at like 1 a.m. I'm like high on medication. And I'm just sitting there scrolling, watching, or not scrolling, sweating out an Ohtani at bat, making sure that Ohtani could get a single or a walk. But if he got anything more than that, we would have actually, I guess if he got in a double, we would have won by 0.1. But anything more than that, we would have been screwed. So first of all, shout out my man We the People for giving us the blueprint. But a 30K bomb right before Vegas. Are you kidding me? Right before Vegas, we get an Ireland trip. Incredible stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that was wild. And the other thing that's nuts about these FanDuel baseball contests, usually the tournaments this same tournament, usually it's like 5K for first. If they do a bigger one, it's a 10K. I have no idea what they were doing on Friday night where they were like, you know what, 30K up top. So there was like 4,000 entrants. We shipped it. I think we were the only person who played Gomer as our pitcher. Craziness, absolute chaos. So it was a wild Friday night to say the least, where first we get to go on 98.5, then we bank 30K. And then I got to tell you, I watched almost all of Eastbound and Down this weekend. I watched the first 2 new episodes of Jack Ryan, which it's not a good show. Jack Ryan on Amazon is not a good show, but I watched it. I also watched Idris Elba in a Hijack, which Hijack on Apple Plus. Mwah. They only have 2 episodes of that out right now. That's fire. I watched The Drop on HBO, which was a Tom Hardy movie from a few years back. What else did I watch? I watched a bunch of true crime shit. I watched an insane amount of content this weekend. It was wild. It was wild. And then I ate some soup, had some pizza yesterday. That's how I knew I was starting to round the corner. Anyways, 10 minutes in, we haven't talked a lick of NBA. You guys ready? I just needed to get some stuff off my chest. I hadn't talked to anybody in a while. The Drop is great. The Drop was a great movie. Tom Hardy, man. Is that Tom Hardy's best performance? People are saying Jack Ryan is gold. It's like, it's not good though. Like, right? It's just that I will watch any sort of political espionage drama type show. And I do like John Krasinski. John Krasinski. Did you use up your Twitter limits? I used up my Twitter limits so much that we're over on Blue Sky. In the blue sky. Look at Chet Holmgren made the banner. That was a big day. We're over on Blue Sky now. You can search me on Mike Zakarian. Twitter was a mild. The Drop is an even better podcast. It's true. Check out The Drop. On Fridays? Drops on Fridays? Oh, damn it. I tried to mute it. I missed the mute button. I apologize. Shout out to podcast listeners who didn't even get to see it. They just were awoken by that noise. All right, you guys want to start with Dame? The Dame stuff's finally coming to a head. I also shout out Ian Carmel, who former head writer for the Corden Show, very funny comedian, diehard Blazers fan, was doing the Lord's work on Twitter, trying to just like save the Portland Trailblazer fan base as they were going through their emotions. So Jeremy Grant signs for $125 billion or whatever it was, right, for a 5-year deal. And then Dame announces the trade or trade request. And then we had like this 6-hour period where everyone was like, and myself included, Dame did his man Jeremy Grant a solid, huh? Make sure that man got paid. Why didn't he say that sooner? And then more information came out where like the meeting on Monday that Dame and his agent had with Joe Cronin in the Blazers front office, turns out that Joey Boy was just like, hey, Dame, listen, I know you're putting in a trade request. Just like keep it under wraps for a couple of days. So Dame did request that trade early. Shout out Jack Settleman, who is on a heater with his hashtag sources say. He called it basically when it happened. But anyways, Dame requests a trade, and then he comes out and says, I'm only going to Miami. That's the only place I want to go. First it was Brooklyn and Miami, and then he was like, nah, I need Bam Adebayo. I need Jimmy Butler. I need hashtag heat culture. But here's the thing. The trade for Miami is 3 white guys and draft picks, and I just don't know if that's a good deal. I don't know if Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, Duncan Robinson, and draft picks is really extracting the best value. And the Blazers front office is really in this weird spot. And I wonder how much like pro Blazer propaganda comes out in the next few days as the trade talks heat up a little bit more to kind of like win the fan base on their side. Because I do think there's this weird line. Like, do they help Dame get to their next, get to the destination that he wants to go to next, right? So 11 years, was it 11 years or 9 years? 9 or 11 years, 9-11, never forget. With the same organization, had opportunities to leave earlier, doubled down, wanted to stay there, right? So do they just be like, you know what, Dame, on Uncle Sam Day, thank you for your service. We send you to Miami because that's where you want to go. Or do they buckle down and say, listen, Dame, we appreciate everything you did. And if you really love the Portland fan base, you wouldn't want us bending over just to get you to Miami. You want to get the best deal possible. And that's a terrible situation to be in. That's a terrible situation to be in. There are better packages out there. I see regulators said Bill Simmons had a great 4-team trade idea. I started listening to that last night and then I fell asleep because I took some sweet ZQL. So I have to listen back to it. I know there's some other, wait, was that the one that included like Jaylen Brown, which we'll talk about JB in a little bit? I don't know. And I know that there's, rumors of, and we'll talk about the Sixers as well, because it's kind of tied in of like making it a 3-team deal so that Harden makes his way down there. I saw The Athletic did a piece on Utah being a potential destination because they have all of those assets. Shout out the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I don't know. I really don't know what direction they're going to go. It feels like they'll go to Miami, but this does feel like it could be a turning point in, and maybe that's hyperbole, but a turning point in NBA free agency, not free agency, but in this player empowerment era, that if they draw a line in the sand right now and say like, nah, Dame, like we appreciate you, man, but like you got years left on your deal. We're sending you to the place that gets us the best return because we need to think about us. And I don't know. I think that's a weird spot, but I really have no idea what's going to happen. It is kind of funny though, man. I mean, like Friday after the Grant deal happened. I mean, I feel like everybody, once Jeremy Grant was signed, everybody was like, hey, yeah, Dame's coming back. The Portland's making a mistake because they're just going to try to build around the squad that's not going to make the most sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he ends up there? Veronica's saying Tyler Hero's butthurt. He took Miami Heat guard out of his bio. Nah, I love it, dude. You're going to put me in trade talks? You don't get to be in the bio. You don't get to be in the bio unless you're Bam Adebayo. Ayo! Let's do a mental health check so I can cough. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. All right, let's go. I think he still ends up in Miami. I hope it's a 3-team deal, though, because Tyler Hero going back to Portland makes no sense, right? Portland they're going to be building around Scoot, and Shaedon Sharpe. I think one thing to pay attention to with Portland, depending on how the Dame deal goes, do they still move Anthony Simons? I know he was like the trade bait along with the 3rd pick prior to the draft. Do they still want to move around Simons? I mean, I know that Simons is good. I like Anthony Simons. I think you still do need 3 guards in this league, so it's not like they don't need him, but I wonder if he's just like they want to extract a little bit more value, get some more assets and then just build around Scoot and Sharp. I imagine Yusuf Nurkic. I'm assuming he's gone as well, but I don't know. Something to monitor. Something to monitor. Reminder: we're giving away some merch. Giving away a coffee mug today. Like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Dame. Veronica says, "What do you mean? What do you mean, Hero going back? Did I say Hero going back? I just mean Hero's not going to go to Portland. So I imagine if Hero is involved in this Damian Lillard trade, it's going to be what's it called? A third team will be involved. We the people, save that Patty Mills question. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's go to James Harden next in Philadelphia. So I don't know if people saw. Actually, yes, this is involved with Russell Westbrook. The entire Twitterverse yesterday, or anybody with a blue check, tweeting out threads being like, "You want to talk about the heart of the champion? Russell Westbrook taking a massive pay cut so that he could be on a contending team to win an NBA championship." I'm sorry, who was giving Russ a bag? Who was out there? What deals did Russ turn down? Right? They basically, what did he get? Like $5 million a year? Who was offering Russ more than that? People were on Twitter were acting like $25 million a year for Russell Westbrook was just because Russell Westbrook used to make a lot of money doesn't mean everybody was lining up to give him a lot of money. Is it 7.8 million? And I think this is a great move for Russ. I'm happy that he's getting as much as he is. I'm happy that he gets to go back to the Clippers. He was great with LA there down the stretch. He looked awesome in that Phoenix series. I think there's probably still some moves to be made for the Clips. But I think this is a great spot for him. I just thought it was so funny that everybody was like, wow, bow down to the king, bow down to the Russ god. It's like, all right, relax, everybody. But anyways, so the Clippers pick up Russell Westbrook, and it makes me wonder, is James Harden no longer in the plans for the Clips? Or is that just like, whatever, we'll make it work. We've done it before in OKC. We've done it in Houston as well. Maybe Russ is our first guard off the bench. So do we think the Clippers are still in the James Harden market? Because it does. I saw some reports too about Harden, right? So Harden requests to trade or opts in and then immediately is like, I'm out, get me out of here. And then there really hasn't been a lot of conversation around what some deals would look like, except for the fact that he wanted to go to the Clippers. I don't think he's going to be involved in any sort of Dame trade because Dame, I guess, does not want to go to Philly. The other thing that the Clippers did, well, we talked about Eric Gordon getting released, and so to free up some space. I think that helped them secure the Russ deal. But yeah, I don't know. Does James Harden making his way downtown? Does he go to the Clips? I don't know. I don't even know what other team would be interested in James Harden right now. I know the Knicks were floated early on. Also, shout out the New York Knicks. Bing bong. Bing bong just getting the University of Villanova. Come on down. Fire Tom Thibodeau, hire Jay Wright. Now, some of you who listen to the Athletic NBA podcast will be like, wow, dude, you just stole Jay King's joke. Shout out Jay King. But I did not. I tweeted that out ahead of time. So did Jay King steal my joke? No, he doesn't follow me. But I just don't want any trademarks out there, But I like, who else is going after James Harden right now? I don't like where else does he make sense as a fit? Regulators saying Harden will still be a 76er when the season begins. Yeah, I know a lot of people comparing it to the Ben Simmons, Daryl Morey situation, right? But the difference with that is that Ben Simmons had more years on his contract. So this is Harden's last year. Simmons, he was just like, you're trading for this guy and you're getting 3 or 4 more years. And like, that's before we knew that Ben Simmons was probably never going to play basketball again and that he was going to start photoshopping his photos of him working out. But Harden, if you trade for him, this might be a 1-year rental. So they don't have the same type of, like, Morey doesn't have the same leverage that he once had with like Ben Simmons as he does with James Harden. So I don't know. I have no take. This is what a terrible show to tune into. Mike, where do you think Dame's going to go? I have no idea where Dame's going to go. Let's talk about James Harden. Mike, where do you think James Harden's going to go? I have no idea where James Harden's going to go. My guess is that Harden goes to the Clippers, right? New coach of the Sixers, Nick Nurse, is going to be like, I miss Norman Powell. So maybe they get Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. Maybe they can just sign Trey Mann, who got cut from the Thunder. Just get all the Mans. Actually, let's find the man hands, huh? Oh, let me see the man hands.
Let me see your man hands, money.
So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, my guess is Harden goes over there to the Clips, which I still think that team would be fun, man. Harden, Zubats, Paul George, Kawhi, Russ, Brandon Boston Jr. Uh-oh, Wi-Fi signal. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not. I'm frozen. Down bad. Am I back? And we're back in a New York groove. Hey, there's only been 23 entrants into this. And listen, I know some of you are like, Mike, I don't want your NBA Top Shot moments anymore. Well, good news. We're giving away a mug. We're giving away a coffee mug. So like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Dame Time. Hashtag Dame Time. All right. Let's I don't have anything else. I don't have any other takes on Philly. I really don't know what they're gonna do. I'm excited for the drama, though. I am excited for the drama. I hope this gets wrapped up before we go to Vegas. That would be nice. Stone Cold wants to talk about the Pacers. There is a lot of Pacers love on Twitter right now. So the Pacers, right? They extended Tyrese Halliburton. They still have Buddy Hield. They still have Turner. They've got their first round pick, Yaris Walker. Is it Yaris or Jaris? They got Walker with their, was it the 7th or 8th pick? They also got our friend Bruce Brown for 2 years, $45 million. We love that. They got Nembhard, Toppin. Hey, people are freaking out about Obi Toppin. Why is Obi Toppin considered this like massive get? I think there's still hype on Obi Toppin because he did the dunk contest. I mean, we haven't seen much happen with Obi Toppin, right? So I don't know. But anyways, the Pacers are fun. The East is going to be weird. So the West is going to be very, very close. There's going to be a logjam in the West because there's a lot of pretty good teams. The East feels like there's going to be a lot of teams in the middle. Like not like it's still going to be close, but not because they're really good. The pick and roll. I mean, if Obi Toppin was that good in the pick and roll, we would have seen him play. We would have played more in New York. I guess you're just banking on Tom Thibodeau hates young guys, even though Obi Toppin's like 26 now, I think. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Obi, good for the pay. Happy. Let's talk. The Rockets. I tweeted this out too. Oh, what? Wi-Fi down again. I'm frozen. I'm going to wait till we come back. Back in the New York groove. Whatever. The Houston Rockets, they treated free agency like they were doing one of those fantasy auction drafts, but they weren't allowed to draft in the first 3 hours, right? They're like, oh, they run the first couple of, and then maybe they same Wi-Fi ad. And then all of a sudden, they were just dropping bags because they had the money left. They had the money left. And it's this weird thing with the new CBA where, like, we all know about the cap, right? The hard cap, you 2nd apron, 5th apron, 19th apron, whatever. But there's also a floor cap where if you don't spend enough money, you're penalized. And what does that mean? A lot of people are dunking on the Fred VanVleet contract, whatever. At least he's good, right? So they spent basically a 3-year max on. Everybody thought it was going to be 2 years. He got 3 years. Great stuff. Great stuff from Fred. I didn't hate that. What I thought was nuts was Dillon Brooks. So Dillon Brooks, like, what was it, 4 for 80? Is that what Dillon Brooks got, 4 for 80? Why? Who else was offering him that? What's the Shanghai Sharks cap? Were they offering him that? Who was lining up for Dillon Brooks? $20 million a year. And I don't I know they wanted some there. Does Dillon Brooks start? I don't get it. Like, who else was lining up for that? I know, like, there was like, oh, watch out for the Lakers. Who else was going for Dillon Brooks? So they pick up Dylan Brooks. They went down under. Panini. They picked up Jock Landale. They picked up the big from the Suns, who the Suns signed, and then were like, JK, LOL, you're gone. So they pick up Jock, Freddie. They thought they had Brook Lopez, and then Brook Lopez was like, Ish, don't think so. He went back to Milwaukee. So I just don't understand their roster build right now, especially like because you've got Tyrese. So I'm assuming they're starting 5 right now. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, I guess Dylan Brooks at the 3, Jabari Smith, Alfred Shitgate. And then so Tari Eason coming off the bench. I don't know. It just feels really weird. I guess like, I don't know, glass half full. You're like, dude, Dylan Brooks is a good guy. He's tough. He's problematic. Maybe it's a good fit. I don't know. I'm just curious how Rockets. Do we have any Houston Rockets fans in the chat? Where's Rocket Stylus era? Do we have Houston Rockets fans in the chat? Because I don't know anybody looking at that being like, finally out of town. They got rid of Ty Washington, their first round pick, bounced him. They got a second round pick for Kenyon Martin. And I know they're trying to get a little bit better. I just don't get it. I don't get Rockets. Like they don't want to be bad again. They don't want to tank again. Well, newsflash, you're going to be a little bit better. You're going to be a little bit better. But when you look at the Wi-Fi, Jesus, I'm reading the chat at the same time because Mark says the Wi-Fi is nearly as good as the Aussie accent. How dare you, Mark? If I say Panini, if I say Panini, I'm sorry, guys. Listen, dude, I'm not my best today. I'm not my best. Is Dylan Brooks the new Lance Stevenson? Wow. DJ Local says we got screwed in the Lopez deal and held up our end of the deal with the Hawks. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. So with Brook Lopez basically was like, don't worry, I'm coming home. And then they said no. And then Brooks said no. Jalen Green is slept on, gonna be good. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about the Jalen Green. Anyways, I feel like Houston took a big L. Speaking of big L's, so Miles Bridges is back in Charlotte. $7.9 million a year for 1 year. For 1 year, $7.9 million. Took a qualifying offer, so that way he can dress to impress this season and then go get a big old bag. It's bad. I hate it. You guys want to? I'm not going to get into who deserves second chances. What's the right way to handle it? Boo this man. That's how I feel. Still waiting on PJ Washington. Yeah, I kind of want PJ to come to the Boston Celtics. I don't even know if they can make it happen, but
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
There we go. PJ Washington. Swami says getting pumped for Las Vegas next week. Let's go. New Swami, you going to be out there? So just a reminder to all. Actually, we did have a schedule change. This is why I'm going to throw the computer right now. I see a Verizon truck right outside tinkering with the power lines. Is it you, Verizon? Can you hear me now, bitch? Sorry. All right. For those that don't know, we made a little schedule change for Vegas. So here we go. I'm going to be out there on Wednesday, and I'm not going to tell any of you where I am. All right? Wednesday's my day. Wednesday's Daddy's day, so that he can, get ready for the extroverted vibes. On Thursday, I'll send a little ping to the Discord. We'll find a place to post up and hang out on Thursday night. Friday, we're going to make our way over to the Summer League games before we head down to the Sand Dollar Lounge, where we're going to be doing our live show. We get a lot of special guests. We're going to have some fun, give away some merch, give away some bottom shop merch. Are you kidding me right now? Cease and desist this, bitch. We're going to give away some merch. That's going to be at 5 o'clock. Then we're going to go hang out after. We're going to go hang out and have some fun. On Saturday, we're going to be, or SATURDAY night. On Saturday, we're going to be checking out the NBA Con for a little bit, and then we're going straight to the Wild Wild Fest, we're going to be going to Beer Park. So we moved the Beer Park up a little bit because our friends over at No Dunks and the Athletic, they're going to be doing a meetup, a little drinks and meetup at 4:00 at the MGM Sportsbook. So instead of having those things overlap, because I know a lot of you are friends and fans and family of the Athletic or whatever, and I wanted you to be able to do both. So we moved our happy hour up to 2. So we'll do 2 to 3:30 or whatever, and then we can head over to the MGM if that's what you want to do. I know some people are going to UFC, so if you're going to go check that out, that's when you'll go do that. Maybe we'll go find a spot to watch some of the UFC fights as well. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. I'm excited about it. So I'm excited that we get the sickness out of the way, even though it's still lingering right now. I can't wait to get out there, especially after binking that 30,000, because I'm going to walk into Vegas and I'm going to put it on red. All 30. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's keep going. What else we have? The Phoenix Suns, dude. So the Phoenix Suns were treating this like, I actually respect what the Suns are doing, because sometimes in the daily fantasy sports world, what you do, there's some weird slates, right? So in a basketball slate, you're like, wow. A perfect example of this, Russell Westbrook on OKC, that triple-double year. It was like $12,000 to put like salary dollars in order to put Russell Westbrook in your lineups. So in order to put Russell Westbrook and say like another star, maybe Russ was playing the Warriors and you wanted Russ and Steph Curry in the same lineup, or Russ and KD, revenge game. You put Russ in, you put KD, and then you need to find 6 scrubs, okay? Because you have no money left. That's exactly what the Phoenix Suns did. They started it. They got Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. They trade for Bradley Beal. They get Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. They have to get rid of everybody else. They got nobody left. Josh Okogie. Then they go out there and they signed Bates Diop from the Spurs. Who else did they sign? I forget who else they got, because a lot of those didn't move the needle for me. I was like, okay, cool, fine, congratulations, whatever. Then they go out and they get Eric Gordon. And to me, that was the first one where I was like, whoa, that's good. I thought that was a pretty sick pickup for them. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you. Down bad this morning. Yet. My mic is unplugging. It's just sick. The Suns are only team to push Denver and are deeper and better. You think they're deeper now? I guess. I still think the Nuggets are clearly the better team. The Nuggets did lose Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. I don't think they picked anybody up, but they got a lot of young guys that they're excited about. Get ready for Peyton Watson, baby. Peyton Watson going to be the man. I'm assuming he's playing Summer League. I'm excited to watch Peyton Watson. Get ready for that. But yeah, I thought the Eric Gordon pickup was great. I thought that for like that deal. I imagine he starts over Okogie, right? So now you're running out DeAndre Ayton, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. Is that 4 names? Did I say 4 names? Yeah. And then Eric Gordon. I don't mind it. I still think they have to run pure with staying healthy, but we'll see. I don't mind it at all. Let's see. Any other notes? We talked about the Pacers a little bit. I think we talked about Russ to the Clippers. So the last thing that I noticed is that Jaylen Brown still hasn't signed an extension. I thought that would have happened by now. And I wonder, and I also saw Jaylen Brown arrived in Saudi Arabia, I think, yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe the Saudis are going to get him to play for Live Golf. But I'm a little curious as to what's taking so long. If the Dame stuff has slowed the conversations down, I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm hoping he comes back. I want Jaylen Brown back. Yeah, no Anthony Edwards extension yet either, which that was surprising. especially because LaMelo Ball got his big extension, right? That was like 200 plus million. So we saw LaMelo get an extension, Hallie get an extension. A lot of people were freaking out about Desmond Bane getting an extension because he basically got a $200 million extension. I don't understand. Do people think only one person on the team should get paid? Is that what everyone's thinking? They're like, oh, he's not a star. Michael Porter Jr. is a max guy. Do you know that? Michael Porter Jr. gets paid max money. He's the third, maybe fourth best guy in the Nuggets. That's what happens. I don't know why people are mad when people get paid. I like it. I like it. I also saw there was a lot of Marcus Smart quotes too. I think he finally did some interviews after officially being moved about his conversation with Brad Stevens about Jaylen Brown and everything like that. I thought it was really Marcus Smart's ultimate professional, man. Ultimate pro. We love it. We love it. Yeah, Joker Rock, boots on the ground in Memphis land, says Bane getting paid is worth it. I like it. I think so too. I don't know. Anything else that we didn't talk about that you guys saw this weekend that you were excited about? I know we didn't get to see a lot of it because Twitter was down almost immediately. It's terrible. So much so that I created a Blue Sky account. The Blue Sky. But I don't know if anybody's ever going to go over there. Don't forget to pocket watch the owners, y'all. I know, right? I'm happy when people get paid. I like it. I like it. Marcus was in Boston for a charity event, says DC won this weekend. So that's why a lot of interviews and comments. Yeah. He handled it well, though. Shout out Marcus. I hope Marcus does well in Memphis. I hope he does well in Memphis. I'm rooting for him. But I do hope the Jaylen Brown things gets resolved soon. Because now that, like, especially after the Dame trade happens, right? If they don't lock him up. If they don't do it, I do think that makes me a little bit nervous about the Celtics' long-term future. Because then maybe you're losing him for nothing, excuse me. So something to pay attention to in the Beantown boys. So now I guess, listen, we're waiting for the Dame trade. We're waiting for the James Harden trade. Those are like the big pieces that are left, right? I don't know. I know PJ Washington is a free agent that's left to move. Grant Williams, we still haven't learned to see what happened. But I would say most of the dominoes have fallen. Although I wonder if a Harden deal or a Dame deal comes to fruition, if that makes some other pieces move after the fact, like if that shakes things up a little bit. I did see, I think it was Brian Windhorst reported that the Sixers came out and said Tyrese Maxey will not be moved, which was so funny because 2 days earlier, they were like, we're not extending Tyrese Maxey. And then they're like, but don't worry, he's never fucking leaving. Daryl Morey, dude's playing so many games. So many games from our Morey man. I don't know. What else you guys got? What else you got for me? I think I hit all my notes. That was my prep for today. Ooh, Siri, relax. Just a reminder too, we're either going to do one more show tomorrow or we'll do one Wednesday, but one more show this week, unless something crazy happens. If the trades happen before we go, we'll be out. We'll get something out there too. Random discussion. Could the Saudis pull off live basketball? No, I don't think so. But what we're seeing now is some more Saudi-owned basketball teams, right? I believe they are they majority owners of the Washington Wizards right now? Is that right? I believe they just got into the basketball. Am I making that up? Now I'm nervous I'm making that up, but I thought they are now majority of owners of the Wizards. Speaking of the Wizards, man, they've had a nice little offseason. I feel like they've been just taking on bad contracts, taking on picks, taking on assets, moving off guys, even though they do have Kyle Kuz and Jordan Poole on the same squad now. That's going to be fun. I don't think they could do a same thing, Veronica, where they start off. I don't know if they could do the same thing where they start like their own league, you know? Although I will say the talent is deep enough in the Basketball Association. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you. Unbelievable. Am I checking a bag full of merch? I'm bringing 4 shirts and a hat to give away. Maybe a couple more pieces, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. But we are going to give away some merch. We'll also have a QR code with, we're going to do some, if you are live at some of our events, there'll be like 30% off, 50% off, stuff like that. owns 5% of the parent company of the Wizards, Capitals, and Mystics. All right, thank you, Maddie. Thanks for looking that up. But yeah, I don't think they start their own league. That's a fun topic, though. That's a fun topic to talk about. The Hive is streaming tonight. We also have a fun streaming announcement that's going to come soon.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Yo, that's the wildest thing that's ever happened. That's the wildest thing that's ever happened. It just shut everything down. Also, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what's happening with the microphone because this is like one of the best microphones you can get for this stuff. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's not even a Wi-Fi thing. That's not even a Wi-Fi thing. You guys, like, this isn't performance art. This is the most tilting. I get so tilted over technological bullshit like this. Man. Also, if Raptor News still watched, he'd be like, dude, did you set the thing up yet? Yeah, guys, I have the new fucking cable. Woo! Bottom shot karma. No, come on. The bottom shot stuff is funny. Anybody that can't laugh at the bottom shot stuff and like don't understand where that joke's coming from, you can't be pro Top Shot Tony and be like, oh my God, I love what he's doing here. And then they make Top Shot Tony merch and they're like, oh my God, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh man, we got to call it here, I think. We have to call it here. This has been a total shit show. A total shit show all the way around. We do need Wi-Fi merch. I tell you what, people keep saying merch. You guys are requesting a lot of merch. Buy some fucking merch then, will you? Buy some merch. Unless you're going to be in Vegas, wait till you get. You're going to have some cheaper opportunities to get some merch. I forget what we were talking about before all of that happened. I got to get a haircut today. I got to do some laundry. I got to trim this bad boy, I think. We got to trim this beard. This is getting a little out of control. This is getting a little fluffy. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's going to be very hot in Vegas. It is going to be very, very hot in Vegas. It is. Anything else you guys want to get into before we get out of here? It's good to be back. I missed this. I was going nuts, especially because Kelsey was gone this weekend. It was my this weekend was, oh my God, I'm frozen again. This weekend was my sister's baby shower. And so Kelsey was gone. Kelsey was there for that. So not only did I not have you guys to talk to, I had nobody to talk to except for the dog. I talked to the dog quite a bit, even though the dog went full diarrhea season, which was sick. That was dope. I think it was in honor of me. I think he was like, if you're down bad, I'm down bad. # community. So that was fun. That'd be fun. But all right, we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna go throw this computer into the woods. All right. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm excited to see the lot of you in Vegas this week. We'll be back most likely tomorrow morning. I think I'm gonna do one tomorrow on the 4th. Red, white, and fucking blue, baby. I'm watching too much Kenny Powers. So we'll do this tomorrow morning, and then my God, I'm still frozen. And then we'll and then I'll see you all in Vegas. This is a shit show. Apologize from the bottom of the balls. I forgot about the giveaway, baby. Forgot about the giveaway. Let's give away the coffee pot. The coffee pot. The coffee pot. Let's give away the coffee pot. It's a mug. I don't know why I'm singing coffee pot. Like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Dane. Look, the Wi-Fi is good now, baby. The Wi-Fi is good now. Hashtag bottom shot. Let's put a t-shirt on for this part of the show. Because if you made it this far, you are a virgin. Bottom shot to the moon. Bottom shot to the moon. We got to stand up for a bottom shot to the moon. I'm not going to lie. I really dig the bottom shot logo. The bottom shot logo is nice, dude. Bottom shot logo is nice. That seriously is a good logo. I feel like I should have like chew in my mouth right now. Even though I don't do that. I don't do that though. But I do like it. Honestly, I love this hat. I can't wait to wear this to the NBA convention. I'm gonna probably shave a mustache in for Saturday, and we'll just be Tony. Is it a trucker hat? We do have a trucker hat option. This isn't the trucker hat though. I think this is called a dad hat. Dad hat. Dad hat. Dad hat. Dad hat. Don't confuse dad hat with dead ass. All right, let's go. Let's give it away. If you win, shoot me a DM. This is for a coffee mug of your choice. You're just gonna have to DM me your address so I can dox that ass. Sneeps! Look at Sneeps with the W, Sneeps. Sneeps. Just a reminder, Sneeps, you get your choice, baby. Let's look at the coffee mugs. NBA bid, team fold, team hold, bottom shot. We love it. We look at all this shit, baby. Go check out teamholdnft.com. I love that the Wi-Fi is working great right now. The Wi-Fi is working incredible right now. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, we do need some DJ Sneeps merch. Weisberg brought that to my attention. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. I seriously, why is the Wi-Fi fine? The second I start to end the show, Wi-Fi is like, we good. Maybe I'll hang out a little bit longer then. This is like this is actually like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Where you think it's over, and then they're like, how about another scene? Makes you think. Maybe there'll be another scene. Chet Holmgren plays basketball today. You guys ready for that? You guys ready for some Chet Holmgren? I feel like I'm supposed to tell you guys some other stuff. I don't have anything, though. I do feel like a different person in a hat, right? This gives me the vibe like, I feel like, what was that Matt Damon movie where he's like an oil guy, works on an oil rig, and then like his daughter gets abducted in France or something? That's what I get those vibes right now. I'll go get my daughter. I don't even know if that's an impersonation because he, I didn't watch that movie. That looked dumb. That looked dumb to me. Yeah, Salt Lake game starting today. Shout him out. All right, let's get out of here. I appreciate everyone being here. Have a great day. Oh, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're back one more time. Psych out. This is the second one, right? Credits, scene. All right, now we're out of here. Have a great day.